get through the first part of that order, first 9 batters, and you're like, well, this is I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, we did not. In fact, I thought it was worse the second time through than the first time through. We just did not identify the breaking ball, and your guy did a great job. He had a great slider working. He's getting to both sides with his fastball. He had velocity. Just, we needed to make an adjustment there in the fifth, and Sammy took a really good swing and got us going.
When guys like Sam and Matt aren't hitting great, and it's this late in the season, does it just become a mental thing for them to come through in a situation like that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's so many different things that work there that, we're in an age right now where there's not a tremendous amount of offense.
Yeah.
So it kind of compounds, your issue at the bottom of your order. But, you've had the feeling Sammy's been close. He's been taking better swings, and so is Matthew. And when he's hitting balls in the center part of the field and the opposite way, you feel like he's got a chance. And certainly both those guys are going to get better and better. I think Matthew, by the time, he gets to that sophomore, junior year, I think he can be an offensive player.
Do you think there's anything, too, when the guys see Sam doing what he does, gets a hit, that it's just, as he's kind of said, maybe a little bit contagious?
There's no question hitting is a contagious deal. I think what Luis did, he just steps in there and just makes it look simple and throws his hands at it. Didn't get a lot of hits, but had hard contact, and, that's important. Because I think our kids, at times, when you go as many innings as we went without scoring, sometimes they start pressing, swinging hard, getting big, and you got to have some guys with some feel who just flick their hands at it and give themselves a chance to have some success, and that's what happened today.
Did you feel like, that 6th inning was a little bit more of less getting hypnotized by, the smaller fence and the different ballparks?
No doubt.
Doing what you do.
It's crazy you mentioned that, because that's what we talked about today. We talked about being affected by the ballpark, and we have to do what we do. It doesn't matter, how the ballpark plays. We have to do what our personnel allows us to do, and the bunting and short stuff is important to what we do.
Kendall looked like he was a lot smoother today.
His stuff was outstanding.
Yeah.
In fact, I can't tell you how disappointed he was to be taken out of that ball game today. He was upset, which is exactly what we want, but we just felt like Ross is on such a roll. And we just felt like we were not going to get hard contact from Ross, and you got the left-hander there, and we have so much flexibility out of our bullpen that we can go left-right for a while. And if it's going to be a one-run game today, we would have just gone left-right out of our bullpen to win the game and worry about tomorrow. The way it turned out, we could save part of our bullpen because Caleb, went deep, finished the thing for us. But that's why we went with Ross right there. We just felt like giving them the opportunity to see somebody different right there was really important.
I know it sounds crazy, but can Kendall maybe go if you get to a Monday type deal?
It's possible.
With what
It's
he
possible.
threw
I think it's possible. But his stuff was real. We kept asking Slaughter, what's the quality stuff? He says, Coach, is the best he's thrown in a long time. I think that's why he's so disappointed. We took him out of the game, but again, the matchup was there. That's where the game was, and that's where we went. But you're right. I think you'd have to wait and see, and we'd have to check, to see if the groin injury, how that feels. But I think it would be a possibility for Monday if we get that far.
You mentioned it there. Do you think there were some lessons learned from the Sanford game about just not falling into the trap of looking at the walls and going?
Yeah, I think there's some of that. But offensively, it was just a bad day for us. We just did not execute things that we should have, and that's one of the reasons why I played Luis today. Is I felt like that gives us one more bunt option, one more short game option in the middle of our lineup. It's a little bit more difficult to do that with Brent because he's not running as well with his knee. So the other thing is another bunt option when you have a left-handed hitter. So I think we kind of got back a little bit to what our identity is today.